Whispers in the Woods. It was supposed to be a simple camping trip, a quick getaway to escape the chaos of the city. Just me, my dog Max, and the serenity of the woods. The first night went by peacefully, the crackling fire and the rustling leaves lulling me into a deep sleep. On the second night, everything changed. Max started barking around midnight, a low, guttural sound that I'd never heard from him before. His hackles were raised, eyes fixed on the darkness beyond the campfire's glow. I tried to calm him, but he wouldn't stop. His barking grew more frantic, more desperate. Then I heard it, a faint whispering, like a chorus of voices carried on the wind. I strained my ears, trying to make out the words, but they were in a language I didn't recognize. My heart pounded in my chest as I grabbed my flashlight and shone it into the trees. Nothing, just shadows and darkness. But Max wouldn't stop. He tugged at his leash, pulling me towards the forest. Against my better judgment, I followed. The whispering grew louder as we moved deeper into the woods, the voices becoming more distinct, more insistent. I felt a cold dread seep into my bones, but I couldn't turn back. It was as if the whispers had a hold on me, pulling me forward. We stumbled into a clearing, and that's when I saw them. Figures standing in a circle, their faces obscured by dark hoods. They chanted in unison, their voices blending into a haunting melody that seemed to resonate with the very earth beneath my feet. I tried to back away, but my legs wouldn't obey. I was rooted to the spot, trapped by an invisible force. Max whimpered and pressed against my leg, his body trembling. The figures turned towards us, their chanting growing louder, more intense. One of them stepped forward, and I could see a glint of steel in their hand, a dagger, ancient and ceremonial. I wanted to scream, to run, to do anything but stand there, but my body betrayed me. The figure raised the dagger, and I knew this was the end. But just as the blade descended, the world went black. I woke up to the first light of dawn, lying on the forest floor with Max curled up beside me. There was no sign of the figures, no trace of the clearing. It was as if it had never happened. But the whispers, I can still hear them, even now, in the dead of night. And I know they're coming for me. The days after the encounter blurred together in a haze of paranoia and dread. The whispers were relentless, haunting my every waking moment and invading my dreams. I tried to resume my normal life, but the weight of what I'd experienced made it impossible. I was no longer alone. They were always with me. I decided to return to the woods, to face whatever had marked me. It was the only way to reclaim my life. Max and I retraced our steps, each one heavier with the foreboding sense of an impending confrontation. As we neared the campsite, the forest seemed darker, more oppressive. The air was thick with tension, and I felt the whispering begin again, more urgent this time. Max whimpered but stayed close, his loyalty unwavering despite his fear. Night fell, and I made camp, the fire's warmth doing little to ease the chill that had settled in my bones. I waited, knowing they would come, and they did. The figures emerged from the darkness, their chanting harmonizing with the whispers in my head. They surrounded me, their presence suffocating. This time I did not try to run. I stood my ground, my fists clenched and my heart pounding. One figure stepped forward, the same one with the ceremonial dagger. The hood fell back, revealing a gaunt face with hollow eyes that seemed to pierce into my soul. "You have been chosen," the figure intoned, the voice resonating with an ancient power. "Chosen for what?" I demanded, my voice trembling. "To join us," the figure replied. "To become one with the forest, to hear its secrets and protect its sacred grounds." Before I could react, the dagger slashed through the air. Pain seared through my chest as it made contact, but instead of death, I felt a strange warmth spreading from the wound. The whispers grew louder, more coherent. I could understand them now. Max howled, a mournful sound that echoed through the trees. The figures stepped back, their chanting softening. I looked down and saw the wound closing, my skin knitting together in a way that defied logic. "You are one of us now," the figure said, a note of finality in their voice. I stood there, the realization sinking in. The forest had claimed me. The whispers were no longer a torment, but a guide, a connection to something ancient and powerful. I am no longer just a man. I am a guardian of the woods, bound by the whispers that once haunted me. And Max, my loyal companion, stays by my side, a silent sentinel. Together, we roam the forest, protecting its secrets, ensuring that no one disturbs the delicate balance. The whispers are my constant companions, a reminder of the price I paid for understanding the true nature of the woods. And so, I wait, listening to the whispers, ready to face whatever comes next.